been so good to us, been so faithful to us. Oh, I can sing a billion songs, dance till my feet are numb, spin till I'm empty and poor. Can't praise you enough. I can shout till my voice gives way, leap till I have no strength, lose my breath trying to explain. I can't praise you enough. And if time were to stop, I can never tell it all. Words are few, this will have to do. I just wanna thank you. I just wanna thank you. I just wanna thank you. Oh, I'm so grateful.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you, book lovers? How are you? How are you? Because I'm a great believer that book lovers are also prayerful people. I want to look for a prayerful person so that we can start with a word of prayer. And I can see someone smiling, and we know that word has come from someone. So please pray for us. Let us stand and pray. You think yourself by the smile that you gave.
Let us begin and pray. Everlasting King of glory, we want to say thank you for the gift of life. We want to say thank you for the blessings you have handed us in our lives. We want to pray this time that you are here. We pray that you will guide us and you will strengthen us in our everyday lives. As we participate in this event, give us your wisdom and give us your grace. We bless the author. We thank you for the wisdom you provided her to write this book. And we say thank you for being part of this community to get to understand this book. We thank you and we give you the glory. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen. Thank you very much. One of the reasons why, let us appreciate her. Let us appreciate her. We want, I know the coffees and teas that you've taken in the office have gotten to their logical end, but I'm sure there are results. Let us do this. Let us do this. Let us do this. 1, 2, 3, go. 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 I'm going to be your MC, Richard Magoma. Richard Magoma is a human resource professional, and sometimes I do these kind of things as MC. Now, because one of the other reasons why book lovers come together is to network, exchange ideas, inspire each other so that you can keep the conversation going. I want you to go to at least 3 people. Tell them your name and what you do and what you expect from this particular activity. Go to at least 3 people. Very good. Yes. Tell us the name of the person. You thought I was not coming here. Sorry. What is their name? Sorry, silence, please. Yes. Hello.
I'm sitting next to Vivian.
Vivian.
And she's also here for the first time, just like me. I mean, I've been to Ghanaian before, but I didn't know this is a book club. I thought it's a book lounge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good.
Voilà.
But appreciate her. 1, 2, 3, go. Very good. What is her name?
Her name is Margaret.
Yes.
She's a writer as well.
Oh, very good. What book has she written?
We were getting there.
We were getting there. Very good. Let us appreciate them. Yes. I'm going to pick people randomly Remember the names of the people that you've been introduced to.
Okon.
Yes. Yes.
Isrina.
Yes. Who else? I saw you hug her. How are you doing?
She's a friend.
She's a friend. Ah, okay. Very good. Let us appreciate them. 1, 2, 3, go. At least you've given us incomplete names of the people that you've been introduced. All right. Yes. Okay. I can see you're saying, oh yeah, body language is speaking louder than words. Yes. You went beyond boundaries. Yes?
Okay, I spoke to Steve.
Yes.
And Francis.
Yes.
And I think it's Linda we connect.
Yes.
Also. Yeah.
All right. And who else?
Only those.
Yourself?
Florence, I'm her auntie.
Oh, wow. There's a 1, 2, 3, go. Very good. Thank you very much.
She's Mata. She's in the breastfeeding field.
Ah, very good. All right. The next person?
No, I didn't.
You didn't get it.
Time cut me off.
All right. Or you cut the time off.
Probably.
Yes? Umejua mtu leo?
No, dear. My name or what?
The name of the person that you have known today.
My name is Claire Papa,
Yes.
the mother or the grandmom or that is
The writer of the book. Let us appreciate. 1, 2, 3, go. Very good. Thank you so much. Who else should I go to? Yes.
Hi, I'm Anissa. This is Wangari. She's a long-time friend of Claire. I think she said she planned her first baby shower, so that goes a long way.
Yes.
Yes, and I am Anissa.
You're Anissa. All right. How are you related to Claire?
So I'm not related, we're friends as well,
Yes.
but we actually reached out to each other because of the book.
Yes.
And I helped her write a very small article on pediatric sleep training for kids.
Very good.
Yes, thank you.
Networking is powerful. Books bring people together. Yes.
Thank you. I'm Nancy. She's Caroline.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She's going to be your friend today.
Yes.
Bennett.
All right. All right. Very good. Appreciate yourself. You've done some wonderful work. You've done some wonderful work of introducing yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, tell your neighbor, bounce back. Bounce back, baby. Yes. We have come to launch a book that addresses certain aspects of such that are very important. And we are going to start because we are sticklers for time. And I am going to request our DJ, for lack of an accurate word, that is the number to pay for the book, that is 400, 200, then the account is 484,625, the book is 1,000. You can also do a QR code and pay for the book. That is what we have come. We have come to support the efforts of Claire, who sometimes we call the phenomenal woman. The phenomenal woman. She is, for those people who watch, she's a lot of energy. Let us appreciate her. It requires a lot of energy. If you are not clapping, I'll find you. I'll make sure that you buy the people. I'll make sure that you buy the books. That's a very good answer. Let us start with our guests who should have been here. She's out of town, but she has recorded a video, and I'm going to ask the DJ to bring the video. She's Professor CPA Elizabeth Kalunda. She's the current, she actually is not even, is it even a week? It's not even a month. chairperson of Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Kenya, ISPA, and she has written the foreword. She's the one who has written the. I want us to appreciate her in a very special way. All right, let us shake. All right, 1, 2, 3, book lovers, go! 1, 2, 3, go! Very good, Mr. DJ.
Hello everyone. It's with a mix of sincere disappointment and overwhelming pride that I send this message today. Though I can't be here with you in person to celebrate the launch of this book, I'm truly honored because I had the pleasure, which I take it as an honor, of writing the foreword for the Bounce Back Babe. And it was quite an interesting experience for me when I was just going through the manuscript and coming up with the foreword. I can say this is an incredible book, and congratulations, dear Claire. So I just want to say that my experience with the book is that my immediate reaction when I read it, I just said, wow, Claire, you have crafted an inspiring book that covers so many essential topics with an engaging and approachable writing style. One, being in the scholarly world, the writing style that Claire used in this book for me just came out to be truly simple, and I think that's the sense of the book, to make everyone be able to understand what it's all about. So Claire, kudos for this. Going through the book, I can say this is not just a book, it's a clear practical guide ready to help anyone navigate the wild and wonderful world of motherhood. It talks about just the whole journey about motherhood, from planning for the pregnancy to those blurry and beautiful months with a newborn, all the way to just having the baby, having the caretaking and the resources around that. So this is really a to-have book that any mother, any aspiring mother, and even partner should actually have. One thing I like about the book is that the book draws from Claire's experience as a mother and coupled with a mix of research. So this is really a hands-on book because it captures what Claire went through, what other women have gone through, and indeed this is a book that just clearly comes up with the remarkable and complex journey of motherhood. And it makes this journey, as much as daunting as it is, it makes it more joyful and a period to actually cherish. The way Claire structures the book, she starts very clearly with the preconception, laying the vital background for a healthy pregnancy and a smooth transition into parenthood. Secondly, she beautifully moves in the transformative phase of pregnancy, where she guides readers through nurturing both body and mind, which for me, this is something so essential for any successful parenthood. And I would say that just going through the book, there are quite a number of issues that mothers go through, and I'm happy that the book is able to bring in the unique and challenging aspect of the postpartum period. And if you just go through the book, this section will provide very practical advice and support as any mother to be navigates the physical and emotional shifts of new motherhood. This book by Claire, I'm so proud of you, Claire, even addresses the complex topics of finances and childcare support, including finding and managing a nanny. And this is quite a complex topic, especially these days when you have the working mothers, when you have nannies who are professional, when you have nannies who are more advanced than when we were raising our children. So kudos Claire for bringing just this out very clearly. And by reading this book, Claire has been able to empower mothers to find their footing in this new reality, embracing both the joys and challenges of early parenthood. So I would say in summary that this is a book that every mother or mother to be and even partner must have, because it shares the journey in a very remarkable and simple way. So what I would say for Claire, and this is something I wish I would be there to just say it as you look at me and in front of the crowd, is that Claire, you are truly a go-getter. You are one person who likes sharing, and I'm happy that you've been able to willingly share your story and your wisdom around motherhood. So congratulations, my dear friend. Keep going, and just going. I would say, Claire, you are truly a go-getter, willing to share your story and wisdom. So congratulations again. Keep going, Claire. The world needs your voice and your insight. I'm really, really proud of you. And to all those who are gathered here, what I want to say is that please, let's just raise a glass with me. I'm sorry I couldn't be there, so that we toast to Claire and to this incredible success book. Thank you, and have a wonderful, wonderful launch. Thank you.
Let's shake our hands. Let's shake our hands. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. Very good. She has said that Claire should shine. Tell her, shine, Claire. Shine. Point at her. Yes, she should shine. One of the things that I did say, I also write for one of the local newspapers. Writing even a simple sentence can take a whole week. So coming up with a book is really something that shows that she's a lioness. The next speaker, ladies and gentlemen, is Dr. Française Ambinya, right? Let us put our hands together for Dr. Ambinya. 1, 2, 3, go! 1, 2, 3, go! 1, 2, 3, go! 1, 2, 3, go! Karibu daktari.
Asante sana. Good evening. First of all, first and foremost, thank you for attending this special class. I think public speaking for me is a hard thing, so I don't think writing is easy. It takes a lot of guts to write something that will be acceptable to everyone. Everyone has opinion about it. You've done a good job. I've gone through the book. I have gone through the part that I'm coming to talk about the part that just touch on it a bit. Dr. Elizabeth has already talked most of it. Basically, the postpartum part, which is basically the book that is ignored. We usually think that once this lady has what we call downloaded, that's it. Life goes on. No, it's not that easy. Those 12 weeks, 6 weeks for some people, because our places of work basically give you 3 months off. I think if there's anyone in policy over here, that should be added, because it's quite unfair. You guys go through a lot during pregnancy and after pregnancy. It's not an easy task. And during this time, you need supportive partners if you have a partner during that point. And I'm grateful for the gentlemen in this place for coming through, because at this time is when your partner needs you the most. It's not an easy journey, and I'm glad for everyone who has attended this. Postpartum, basically, a lot goes on that not many people talk about. There's the aspect of postpartum depression, which is ignored, and we've seen people actually lose it during that point. Apart from postpartum depression, for newborn mothers, you're dealing with something that you've never dealt with before. And we also forget that during postpartum, not all mothers usually have their babies. Sometimes it backfires, for lack of a better word. And we need to support these people during that time. I won't tell Claire shame today. Good. So I'll let other speakers come and speak, but for the book that you've done, good job. Thank you.
Yes, I can see. I train people in public speaking, you know, in my attempts. We begin my coffee. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. Very good, very good, very good. We are going to learn a lot of things from this book, ladies and gentlemen. Get yourself a copy. It is 1,500. Let us support the efforts of Claire, the lioness. She's quite a lioness. Our next speaker is, let me read our bio so that we can do, because part of coming to this particular occasion is to brand oneself for future engagements. Ladies and gentlemen, our next speaker is Rolette. He is a visionary and founder of the Fancy Story Network, which is focused on transforming how Africa engages with mental health by making it accessible, relatable, and rooted in the community. She is a passionate mental health advocate dedicated to helping women heal, grow, and thrive. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the Mental Health Month. For those people who do not know, that May has been dedicated for mental wellness. I am sure the tips that Rolette is going to give us are going to help us deal with certain issues that we are facing. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together to welcome Rolette so that she can be able to tell us something about mental wellness. Ladies and gentlemen, 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. Karibu. Karibu.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening to you.
Yeah, so the feeling is loud, Yes, but I go by now, which I think is usually easier for everyone to understand. As you have heard, I'm the visionary founder of Française Network, which is a mental health social movement making mental health accessible and relatable to young people in Africa. I talk about mental health, but every time I stand in front of people, I just get so anxious. And then I try to picture everyone in the crowd naked, and then I'm like, no, I can't do that. So I'm like, okay, we can do this. Okay, so when Claire reached out to me to come to this event, first of all, I really like the word bounce back, babe. Like, that's something me and my friends can talk about. You know, like, I'll just tell my friend, you failed? Don't worry, bounce back. This happened? Don't worry, bounce back. But then Claire also mentioned this is a book inspired by her being a mother. And then I was like, I'm not a mother, so how am I going to talk to the crowd about being a mother? But God blessed me with quite a very, very, very good, the best mom in the world. So I went to her story and I wanted to understand, has my mom ever had to bounce back? Of course, my mom, you can't call my mom babe. She's gonna look at you like, So I wanted to understand, has my mom ever had to bounce back? So I'll tell you the story about my mom. My mom got me 22 years ago. She got this beautiful baby. I'm her second born, and she got me at 22 years old. So when she was my age, she had a kid. I don't think that's the stage right now, but that's how parenthood was kitambo. My mom is not a Kenyan citizen, so my mom becomes a mother when the Rwandan genocide is happening. So she's a mom. At the moment, she has 2 kids, and then now she has to come to Kenya because you see there's a genocide and people are running away. So number one, we see her strength. She has to make the decision, you know what, for the future of my kids, let me go to Kenya because that's a safer environment. So she comes to our country and she doesn't know any other language. She's only speaking in Kinyarwanda and French. But in Kenya, we're speaking English and Swahili. So now she's starting from scratch. Bounce back with. She's starting from scratch. Guess what? She gets a job as a French teacher. She uses what she knows, and now she starts living in Kenya. She takes us through school. I'll be honest, I was comfortable growing up. Went to private school, went to a national school, went to a good uni. So I think from my side, I didn't see what mom was going through. Like, I didn't know what does it take for her to bring food to the table. I didn't know what does it take for her to show up for 3 kids, still be emotionally present, still provide for them financially. And she didn't allow us to see that part. Now, fast forward to now. So I start Française Network when I'm in high school. And that's because I'm going through something I've not had being talked about before, mental health. I'm still in class, but my mind is never in class. I'm just always thinking about other things. I'm very disconnected from my reality. So then I start Française Network. And it's in one of our events that my mom tells me, Loris Namono Janita to your event. So then my mom starts showing up to FSN events. And it's in this room actually she came to her first FSN event, and she was seated there, and we go home, and then she tells me, let's borrow Jenny and baby. Like, why haven't you ever told me? Because you see, now I'm telling young people to love themselves, but I've never thought, but how does my mom love herself? I'm telling young people of importance where before you think of taking away your life, please remember you're quite an important person. But I never have this conversation with my parents. And I think it's because in my head, she's the one who's supposed to initiate such a conversation. But guys, we're in Africa. Our parents are not the ones initiating these conversations. So to some extent, myself and also fancy friends who are members of our communities now challenge ourselves to initiate these conversations with our parents, trying to understand what are the ways my mom loves herself. So even last year on her birthday, she wanted cake, and then she said, you need to put for me makeup, okay? And I was like, yes, mom, because you're just a girl, just like me. So she got her makeup on. And then now from last year, I'm coming to see my mom is on a journey of loving herself. She didn't get the chance to do that because honestly, she was just surviving. She didn't have the time to think about how self-love looks like in this time and age. But now she's on a journey of loving herself, and I'm so grateful that she's taking us along with her. So now to the women in this room, I'd like to pose a question. What does self-love look for you on a daily? To the men in the room, have you seen a woman love herself? What does that look like? Have you seen a woman not love herself? What does that look like? The book is anchored around mothers and their mental health. And there are 3 things I have learned from my mom around her mental health, and I just want to talk about them. So, number 1 is that perfectionism can be detrimental. There is no perfect mother. Or if there is, please raise your hand so that you know we can learn from you. There is no perfect mother. There are days you're going to get it right, there are days you're not getting it right, and that's okay. Another lesson I have learned from my mom, but guys, the way my mom is an African mother who says sorry. Yes, she says sorry because there's no perfect person. The second thing I have learned is that self-care is essential. It is not selfish. It is 5 minutes of you being by yourself and just talking to yourself. Self-care can also look like keeping the promises you make to yourself, telling yourself, I told myself I'm going to do this, so I'm going to get this done. So self-care, it is essential. And I think it's the biggest lie that we think we shouldn't prioritize our self-care. The last thing is seeking help is a sign of strength and not weakness. My mom came to an FSN event and then she told me, why don't you talk to me about these things? I think sometimes we think seeking help is going to someone and telling them, I'm depressed. It doesn't have to be like that. It can be calling a friend, like, I need someone to listen to me. It can be at work saying, can I get a mental health day? Like, I'm showing up here every day. Even me, I am human. Can I get an off day? And the thing with Africa, we are not used to the language of advocating for ourselves, especially in terms of our mental health. So you start slowly by slowly. It doesn't come all at once. You start slowly by slowly and just change the language you talk to yourself in. The last thing which Claire said we have to talk about is now for everyone in the room, what are the ways you can know your mental health is deteriorating? Mental health is something that affects everyone in this room. Shock on us, no, we all know, yeah? So it affects all the men, all the women here. So an analogy is used. We're all seated on chairs, yeah? And our chairs have 4 legs. Okay, so that's how your mental health kind of looks like. Imagine if the chair you were seated on, 1 leg wasn't stable. You wouldn't be sat on the chair, right? It would be unstable, you'd probably fall. So the same analogy is used for our mental health, that we have to look at these 4 legs of mental health. There is the social aspect. You ask yourself, how are my relationships? How is my relationship with my mom, with my dad, with my friends? Have I reached out? When's the last time I talked to a friend? So there's the social leg. There's also the spiritual leg. And it's asking yourself, because spirituality really affects how we show up in life, right? So it's asking yourself, how has my self-belief been of late? Do I still believe in myself? Do I believe in my purpose? So there's a spirituality leg. There's also the physical leg, asking yourself, how is my health? How am I feeling? When's the last time I took a shower? When's the last time I went for a walk? When's the last time I actually did something for my body? And then the last leg is your mental leg. Just challenging yourself. What's the language I talk to myself in? A lot of us have grown up with negative limiting beliefs and we talk to ourselves like that. So challenge yourself. What's the language I talk to myself in? I believe if you look at the 4 legs, you're gonna get a know-how. How am I mentally? So challenge yourself to do that. Even if it's just weekly, just do a weekly check-in with yourself and look at your 4 legs. Are they stable? Is your chair suited for someone to sit in? My final message to you guys as I go sit, there's a campaign we do in FSN called Of Importance in Where. And I give that to everyone I meet. I tell them you are important. Your life is important. Just because you're going through a bad phase, just because life isn't as you thought it would be, please don't forget you are very important. I'm so proud of you, Claire, and to every woman in the room, bounce back, babe. Thank you.
All right, 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. Tell your neighbor, I'm going to buy this book. Tell your neighbor, I am going to buy this book. I can see she has said, I have already bought. You can buy 2 and give 1 to your friend, or you can buy 3 and give to your friend. Our next speaker, ladies and gentlemen, is Bernard Ogwanda Aka Chief. He is the marketing and sales manager at Nuria Bookstore, which supports Kenyan and African authors. They stock more than 2,000 authors. It's a very beautiful place. If you want to distress, you want to buy beautiful books, you come and tell us where they are located. In addition to directly buying from Claire, Nuria stores Bounce Back, Babe, and Ships worldwide. He will talk about how Kenyans read. There is a joke that if you want your 1,000 shillings to stay safe, you just put it in a book. But we want to see how he is encouraging people to read, because knowledge is power and applied knowledge is even more powerful. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Chief. 1, 2, 3, go! 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 1, 2, 3. You know you are saying that you are going to buy this book. That is what you are saying. 1, 2, 3, go! 1, 2, 3, go! 1, 2, 3, go! 1, 2, 3, go! Karibu, Chief.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you very much. My name is Chief. Congratulations, Claire. This is so nice. Well, I first met Claire online. That was on X. We did a Twitter space with her. It was a beautiful space. We talked about marketing of books. So my name is Bennett. Sales marketing for Nuria Bookstore. It's a big shop. You can see our name here, available at Nuria here. Thank you. So, well, this book I've been reading it since Claire brought it to Nuria. It's a good book, and hopefully someday it gets to the curriculum, the KICD. So, because you read it and it tells you a lot of things that we are not told, like finances, everything. So yesterday I was scrolling on X, then I got to a conversation where somebody said, nimeitisha mama mtoto shopping list, akakataa kutuma. So it brought a lot of conversation where there were those mixed reactions. Some people are saying, as a man, you need to be there, and then you know what your kid wants. Somebody also says like, kids grow and you can't tell what they want, so you have to share the list. And then it's made me think, oh yeah, Claire talks about such things in a book, like the finances, how do you parent? Because I believe without being pregnant or being a mother, there's a father. Yeah, the father, and she talks about that here. So it is a good book, and congratulations again. we at Gloria, we believe in stories that build people, like the story that you can relate to. The books that talk about motherhood, but those are white people. What they tell you and what Claire will tell you are a bit different, because Claire is from the same environment that you can relate to, where you can say, okay, this happens in Kenya, my finances, save 30%, spend 70%, may work outside, not here, but Claire will tell you, you know what, you need to save this for your kids and this. So, well, it's a good book for people. So at Munde Bookstore again, we have 2,000 Kenyan authors, and I can see 2 authors, Nashon. Nashon is out of 4 books now. Congratulations.
Let us appreciate him, please.
Yeah, and keep 1,000 in a book. I think that joke with Kenyans is gone. They'll find it because we've seen a population of 2,000 authors, meaning Kenya read their works and they write reviews about it. And we have also been selling books since 2015, that's 10 years now. So definitely everybody will go through all the pages. So we ship books worldwide. People buy, like today there's a request I had for somebody in UK buying books, Kenyan books. So you see how that is beautiful. So also you can translate your book. Let us take it to Swahili speaking versions. Her mother speaks French. Let us translate in French for her mother. See, so when you can stock your books with us, we are so quick on receiving books, and I always tell people or authors, go the self-published way, where you control your book. You know how to price your book. It's 1,500. We keep 30% for our commission. She gets 70%. So you see, so it's around 1050 for you, as we take our cut and then the rest we handle. So if you go the self-published way, meaning you can dictate the market price of your book, and also you get your real-time payments from Munde. So it doesn't keep your money, wait for end month, wait for 2 weeks. No, it's real time. So that's one benefit of also stocking with Gloria Bookstore. Well, yeah, is that all for us? So we are at the bazaar. Bazaar is along the avenue. We are at the first floor, room A12. So feel free to come by. Ask for Bennett, ask for Gule, ask for Esther, Soleka. Those are my colleagues. So will be willing to help you. Asante sana. Yeah, you need to buy this book. I keep talking about a lot about it on X every time. I post it, Twitter, Insta, everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah, 1,500.
1,500.
You can click gloriakenya.com.
Yes, very good. Very good. One of the reasons why I love this book is about finances. And you know, finances are really a problem to everybody. And if you want to understand issues related to budgeting, investment, saving, this is the book to buy. Our next speaker, of course, is the writer herself. Tupatie mziki tuone vile ana dance, kama anajua kuandika peke yake ama pia anajua kudance. Let us see kama anajua kudance. Pigie Claire Munde makofi. Pigie makofi. Pigie makofi. Before Claire starts speaking, Claire is so many things. Claire is a HR professional. Most people don't know this. She's also a finance strategist. Probably some of you don't know. Most of you associate her with journalism. Yes, she is a digital editor with Kenya's, in fact not Kenya. What is at the top in Kenya is always at the top of East Africa. Citizen, right? She does a lot of things on X, she does a lot of things on radio and on television. So she gets a lot of insights. She gets to interview a lot of people, and that's what she has basically put together. She has the advantage of interviewing CEOs. When I interview my CEO, that is where she has gotten these ideas. Most of us want to be CEOs. And if you want to become a CEO or head of department, some of the information is being needed here. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Claire Munde. Do you want to continue dancing? Dance, dance. Yes? Very good. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Claire. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. Very good.
Thank you so much, Richard. Thank you so much to all who have showed up. I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces. I'm seeing some new faces, but I'm so excited to see you all. We've been planning this book launch for a while now, and now the day is here, and I'm excited to see you all. So I want to talk a little bit about Bounce Back Babe and really what motivated me to write about this book. So Bounce Back Babe is a guide, it's an ultimate guide for women and also men, because some people think this is just about women, on how to take control of your finances. A lot of people don't know that my background is actually in finance. So I have a degree in finance, but then I landed in the world of journalism. So it's a guide for finances, it's a guide for mental wellness, and it's also a guide for keeping fit. So mothers have a lot of things that they go through. And these are 3 things that I found that moms deal with and grapple with a lot. So I thought I faced a number of things here, and I'd like to share on my story. And as Richard said, a lot of books that are in the market are helpful, and I know a lot of moms here know WTE, what to expect, because every mom, that's the first book that people are recommended. But then there are things that are not very relatable to the Kenyan context. So I put this down from my own experience, and I think it's been a good journey. So when I think about Bounce Back Babe, when we talk about finances, how do you plan your finances? Because when you become a mother or a parent, so many things change, and if you've not planned yourself properly, then you're setting your kids up for failure. So what are the things that you need to be thinking about? This book, Bounce Back Babe, tackles them. Then mental wellness, we're going to be having a panel with a mental wellness expert, and she'll be telling us why we need to prioritize our mental health as women and also as men, because if you're not well, then you cannot show up for your kids the way they need to be showed up for. So also fitness. A lot of moms struggle with, that baby fat really not going and other things. So how do you keep fit? Our bodies change. How do you make sure that your body, as if even though it's changed, it's still something that you're comfortable with? So I talk a lot about fitness in the book. So Bounce Back Babe, I'm happy to be here. I can see a lot of familiar faces, as I've said. Anissa, where is Anissa again? I think she stepped out. Anissa wrote the part about sleep training. Now, a lot of moms are sleep deprived, and that makes you cranky. It makes your mental wellness go out of the roof. So, how do you sleep train? Does it work for everyone? Not everyone. For me, it didn't work, but I thought it was important to have her perspective in the book to really talk about how you can sleep train and all that. So basically, my call to you all is that Bounce Back Babe is really a book that you can relate with, whether you are a mom or a dad, or you're not even a parent, because as I said, the finance part really relates to everybody. Everybody is trying to manage their finances well. So thank you for being here. Thank you for taking your time to be here. Please get a copy for yourself, for your friends, your family, your colleagues, and everyone. And last but not least, if you know that phrase, you saw the song that I came with. It's by you know my sister knows Snoop Dogg. Last but not least, I'd like to thank myself. I'd like to thank myself for therapy. I'd like to thank myself for showing up. I'd like to thank myself for putting in the work. Anyway, if you know Snoop Dogg, he did a speech when he got his Hollywood Walk of Fame star, and he said, I'd like to thank myself. I'd like to thank myself for putting in the work. I'd like to thank myself for never giving up. I'd like to thank myself for always being a giver. So also let's thank ourselves. So thank you for being here. I hope you have fun. Let's network, let's have fun, and buy the book. Thank you.
Very good, very good. We hereby thank you for putting a lot of work into the book, and giving us the information that will help us make certain decisions as we move along life. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to a panel discussion, and one of the panelists is Rina Namasia, financial expert and founder of Admit Consulting, which offers consulting services for individuals and companies in finances. She is passionate about financial literacy, especially for women. How do women use their money? Some people say that when they go to the supermarket, the list of what they want to buy expands. So that is what Lina is going to tell us, how to avoid such purchases. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Rina. 1, 2, 3, go. 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 Very good. Thank you very much. Our second panelist is Edith, or Edith, depending where you came from or come from. Sakwa is a counseling psychologist and founder of Flourish Consulting, and is passionate about helping people live their best lives by having mental wellness. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Edith. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, go. Watch me. 1, 2, 3, go. 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 Very good. Our third panelist is Steve Omondi, who is a fitness instructor and cycling guru who advocates for physical wellness. He runs cycling drives to help people get fit and push for less pollution by ditching vehicles. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Steve Omondi. 1, 2, 3, go. 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 Karibu sana. And our moderator, and I told you that she does, if you want to do a wedding and invite somebody who's going to make people happy, Claire is the person. If you are launching a product or a service in your organization, Claire is the person to think about. She's an events MC. Now she has become an author. She's a communication specialist, a journalist, an events moderator, and I told you she's also a HR professional. Over and above that, she's a financial specialist. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together in welcoming Claire Munde. 1, 2, 3, go. 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 Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. So we just want to have an interesting conversation around finances, mental wellness, and fitness, because those are the three things that are covered in the book. And I think a good place to start with is the money part. And Rina, as an expert, you're the founder of Ascent. You're very passionate about financial wellness and women really taking control of their finances. So when you become a mother, a lot of things change. So we talked about the body, we talked about the mental wellness, but the financial piece is also an important part. So I'd like us to start this conversation from when you're planning for children. What are 3 things that a woman, and even parents generally, men and women, should be thinking about to ensure that their children are set up right?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Thank you, everyone, for coming actually to this launch. Thanks, Claire, for having me as a panelist here to discuss finances, basically for mostly just for women. Now, on the question that you have asked, the thing that women should plan for before having the baby. Okay. Now, having a baby is something that is so individual, but most women do not even plan for it. Or sometimes the women do get like, oops, baby, But I would say, if you're looking forward to have a child, This is a small human being that you're bringing into the world who knows nothing about him or herself, is going to depend on you fully. So the things you need to think about is that how are you going to bring up this child in the next 1 month, next 1 year, next 10 years? This child is going to, that's how you're going to see, like, you're not going to give back to someone that's, a short child. That is a child for eternity. So how are you going to cater for that child? Their education, their medication, they're going to depend on you on food and everything else. How are you planning that? So if you think in that line, that is the first thing you need to think of. How then do I cater for the education of this child at 4 years? They start going to school. Are you ready to and most people don't plan for the school bit because 4 years looks like it's ahead. Then there's this lot of things happening between 1 year and 4 years. But the thing is, especially people who have been approached by insurance companies, you've been told that the earlier you start, the cheaper it is, which is true. When you want to go the education policy way, it's better to start even when you just get back. You pay very, very cheap premiums on a very good sum amount. By the time the child is maybe even going to grade 1, you'll be actually getting back your money. And like most of us want to get policy when your child is in grade 6, by the time most of those policies mature, the child is going to college or has even finished college. So start thinking of the education of this child the moment you even just conceive. How are you going to take care of that? Then there's the bit of food. I think when it comes to food, there's you're breastfeeding your child, then there's the weaning bit where I think now you start buying the different types of foods. So you need to cater for that as well. When you're pregnant, will you be able to have funds that when you start going to work and start with this child, how are you going to? You're actually going to change the diet in the entire house at some point, which will always be the child first. And you make this for the child and you make this for the child. So at some point you even forget that you people need to eat, you're just thinking of the child. So you need to think in that line that when you start feeding the child, are you able to afford those foods that are specific for the child? Is the child sensitive to the child, or normal child, and those kind of things. Then when it comes to education, when you get pregnant, you cannot take a policy, and it is in this book actually. That's why you need to buy the book. You cannot buy a medical cover when you're pregnant, because unless you are employed, then your employer somehow will get a waiver. But if you're self-employed or you don't have a cover, you need to get a cover before. That is why I think insurance knows why you need to plan for pregnancy, not just get pregnant. Because you need to plan to get a cover first, because that cover will be given 1 year waiting period. That is past 9 months, So basically when you're planning for medical covers for you and your child, you need to plan for like 3 years. For that year you're pregnant, then when you're giving birth, then once you've given birth, even the child is not in the same maternity cover, you need to get now a cover that covers also your child. Then you need to also monitor once your child is born. Are they special kids? Do they have special needs? What other needs do you have? Then consult a good financial advisor, not just an insurance sales person. Because most insurance people will just sell for you insurance so that they can get their commission. But a good consultant is supposed to tell you, you're supposed to sit down with that consultant, let them understand their needs. Is a child a special needs child? Is a child a normal child? What are you looking forward to in terms of cover for your child and other children or the whole family? Then you are able to get a good cover that covers you, your child, and the entire family. Don't just rush into buying policies and medical covers that do not meet their need. You buy a cover, then you realize your child has some disease that cannot be covered with that cover, yet you're paying so much premium for that cover. So you need to sit down with an expert to understand your needs, your child's needs, and your family needs, and your pocket as well. If you're employed a lot, those are things you need to look at for preparing for finances.
Okay, thanks for that. And we'll go back to that issue of education policy because there are very many different views on that. And everyone goes to work and they're given this policy and insurance agent comes and tells you need to sign up. And people don't really think they're just going to pay 5,000, but is it really working for you? But we'll talk a little bit more about that later. But Edie, Lorette talked about that importance of self-care as a mom or just as a person. So what are some of the things that mothers should be doing to ensure that their mental wellness is good in that postpartum period? And what are some of the warning signs that things are going left and you need to be seeking some medical help?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, thank you so much, Claire. and congratulations. Let me say this first before I respond to your question. Most of the time, we come in to want to know how the mother is doing mentally when the baby has come. But the journey begins from pregnancy. So you find that when we are talking about mental health, it's about the emotional. We really want to know how is the emotional tank of this mother when she gets pregnant. Because maybe you're not expecting a child. Most of the time you feel like you're sick, you go to the hospital, you're told, do a pregnancy test. Then you realize you're pregnant. So what are the emotions that this mother is going through? How you handle, how you help this mother handle these emotions all through is going to determine the postpartum, how it is going to show up when the child comes. So I want first to encourage all the mothers and all the fathers in the house that let us not wait until birth for us to start thinking about how the mother is doing mentally. We need to take step the moment, because now after delivery, they're spilling out the emotions that they were carrying. So, for example, if I get pregnant, I'm not married, or even I'm married but I'm not in a position to cater for this child, it comes with shame, guilt, frustration. So all these I'm carrying along. I'm worried, anxiety comes in. What will happen to my job? What will happen to the society? People looking at me. So let us first start from the moment the mother gets to realize the expectant. Then when we talk about postpartum, that is the period between 6 to 12 weeks, the moment the child has been born. This is a very tricky period for all of us as mothers. I'm a mother of two, and I would say my experience has been different with the two children. And some of the things that I know, I don't think anyone ever did for me. I think it was just by the grace of God that I was able to maneuver through. Because of the emotional challenges that mothers go through. The first thing is, yes, you're prepared that you're going to get your child. Whatever happens in the labor ward, it is training. Because of the labor itself, it presses a lot of challenge on your mental health. And as Dr. said, not everyone is even lucky to get out of the hospital with that same child. Yeah? So people go through a lot of things. But if you're lucky enough, God has blessed you and you're living with your child, it is not automatic that now it is all merry at home. You're just going to be laughing with your child and celebrating. It is another journey that you're starting as a mother. So the first thing is, you're told this is what to expect of this baby. You as a mother, you're breastfeeding for the first time. It is not automatic that the first day there's milk. That is frustration. Even if there's milk, there is the pain that comes with it. No one prepares this mother that it is going to be a painful experience before you get used to it. Okay? So a lot of challenges, and especially for mothers who are maybe single parents, you have no partner who understands on how to work with you throughout that journey. So what are the signs, as you ask? The signs to know that this mother is struggling mentally. Of course, we have 3 major conditions that we need to look out for. The conditions, the most common is what we call baby blues. That is common, and it clears on its own by 2 weeks, where your emotional mood swings, you're irritable, so it clears with time. But now we have serious ones like depression. We call it postpartum depression. We have postpartum psychosis. That is very severe. We call it a mental health emergency. But in Africa, what I've seen with different clients that we've dealt with, most of families handle this postpartum psychosis as uchawi. So they're not very keen to take the mother to the hospital. They're like, unajua wakati alikuwa anafanya wedding, the grandmother was there, or they come up with all sorts of stories, and you end up now this mother suffering. So it can be taken care of at the stress level or the anxiety level without letting it flow to the depression aspect. So some of the signs to look out for as a support system, whether you are a father, you are a sister, you are a friend, check for any changes in this mother. And changes could be the eating, the sleeping patterns, the mood swings. Of course, as we said, the normal will go with 12 and 2 weeks. That is normal. But now anything beyond 2 weeks, then it means there is something, that is a sign for alarm. So check on the moods. Are they irritable? Are they anxious extremely? Is there any disconnection with the child? Because a mother can disconnect with the child. There is no, they don't want to bond. But most of us want to force this mother to take the child, breastfeed, and tell them, the moment you breastfeed, you're going to connect. They could be going through a mental health challenge. So a lot of our mothers are struggling, and I'm glad that you brought out that aspect, because for many of us, when we hear the word bounce back, we only think of physical fitness. That I need to go back to my normal body shape, the way I was before. But no one ever thinks about the mental aspect. So it is a very key, because when I'm mentally stable, then I'll be able to know how to get in with the physical, and then I'll also be able to work on the finances that I have. Because not everyone that is struggling mentally, they have a challenge with finances. So the mental aspect is very key for every mother. So I think I just want to say, as you come in as a support system to this mother, be watchful of the signs and symptoms of any mental health challenges that the mother could be going through. Thank you.
Thank you for that. And we'll talk a little bit about what you should do. What you should do in case you see your loved one going through some of these symptoms. But I'd like to go to you, Steve. You are a fitness guru, you're a cyclist and all that. And when we talk about bounce back, I was deliberate. It's not snap back, because right now we're in that era of snapping back to your pre-pregnancy body, but that's not what it is. Bouncing back is a holistic thing. So when you're talking about bouncing back, when it comes to fitness, sometimes before you think of the postpartum, you need to be thinking of the whole journey that is. So what are some of the steps that women can take to ensure that by the time they're going to postpartum, it's easier to have that physical recovery? You're not struggling with that baby weight.
Thank you very much, Claire, for giving me this opportunity. So one thing you need to note about my relationship with Claire, I'm the one who taught Claire how to ride a bicycle. That's just not all. I also taught her mother how to ride a bicycle. So it started with Claire, and then eventually I taught her mother how to ride a bicycle. So, and it is so unfortunate that I learned that she lost her mom, so Pole Sana. Because her mom, I used her mom as a story to tell people across all ages, hey, you guys, you can learn how to ride a bike irrespective of your age. So however old you are, you can still ride a bike, and that is a way of getting fitness and even bonding with kids. So yeah, thank you very much, Claire. So back to your question about fitness. So fitness is not about how you look. Fitness is about reconnecting with your body. And I like how Lau talked about the a chair, and it has the four legs. So fitness is about reconnecting your body, and with the 4 legs that are there. So fitness boosts your, it helps reduce the stress hormone, and also it helps to increase maybe the happiness or good mood hormone. So even when coming to think about bounce back, and this comes at a very good time, because I'm a father of a 3 months old, so it's a journey that I'm also going through now. So the timing is perfect, Claire. So I think God made this possible, and the timing it's actually very good. So I will talk about my experience at home and with my partner. She wasn't a fitness person, so coming to meet me, and I talk about bicycle, I'm all about bicycle and everything else. So she was wondering, okay, so now even how do I even get your time? And given that you also interact with women out there, which still affects the emotion a lot, because it's fortunate or unfortunate that most of my clients are women. So out of the 10 years or 12 years of training, I have only trained five In the 12 years, I've only trained 5 men how to ride a bicycle. So it is alarming. It's not that all men know how to ride a bike, that I know. So it's alarming that happened. So coming back to your question, so before she even got pregnant, at least for us, we already started the journey because we needed to connect more with her. So the easiest way was to start cycling together. I also like walking and baking, so this is something that we started doing together, and it was very easy. I'm also very fortunate to have friends like Dr. Française, who I also taught how to ride a bike. He's among the few men I've taught how to ride a bike, but I was very fortunate to have him, who also insisted on the fact that I need to help my partner to, try and get fit, because it will come a long way throughout the journey. It wasn't easy. Before she got pregnant, we used to walk, so it is something that she already started getting, and she was enjoying. When she got pregnant, anyway, we talked about the oops baby. So yeah, at first we were not prepared, but now coming to read the book, and at least I have good insights about it. But we had already started the journey. And then when during pregnancy, we now needed to know how then should we custom our fitness journey so that it doesn't affect the baby and also it doesn't affect her. So one of the things that we did was we need to go light. We used to like running a lot and cycling. So before she got pregnant, we could do 10 kilometers, we could do 15 kilometers. But after she got pregnant, now then we had to turn down, because now we are looking for, we don't want to affect the baby. So now we try and reduce. We don't do high intensity exercises that will affect the baby. And that went well, and every time we go for a checkup, visit the doctor, everything was good. And then came the day of the delivery. Of course, we were told, oh, you need to do the exercises, and we did all that religiously. Then came when she was about to give birth, and then for some reason she was not dilating well. We were not prepared for a CS, which is something that we did once. Even in planning my finances, it's not one of the options we thought, oh, we are fit to do this, or we are very good, or you needed to do all these things. So we didn't think about it, but since she wasn't dilating well, she had to go through a C-section. But so eventually, so we thought, okay, cool. We have someone, we have someone, a very close friend who was helping us through that journey. After that, so we have the baby is home. We are very fortunate to go back home with the baby, which is something that Doc has also highlighted. Then when we had the baby, so we needed to get back now. She was worried about how she looks, which now is a very key component of how things are about fitness. So fitness is not about how you look. Fitness is about how you connect your body with your body. It's more or less how the body shows you the reward of what you're doing. So don't compare yourself with anyone else. Don't compare yourself with some of the people you see on social media. You need to embrace this as a journey of transformation. You are transforming from one journey to another, and it comes with all sorts of things. However much you are, don't stress about it. And now, postpartum, you need to think about fitness almost like immediately, but not that I want to do it and I want to get back immediately. So, of course, you need to think about it, because ideally, I prepare your mind for it. If probably you went through the vaginal delivery, then it's something that you can pick up maybe around 6 weeks or something, where now your body can always take things easily, so you can think about maybe taking the deep breaths. Then you can also think about maybe walks, which is very important. And then thereafter, then now you can now start picking up slowly, so you don't have to go high intensity. And then if you are unfortunate to have the CS, then you need to really consult your doctor about how or when to get back to your fitness. But ideally, it should be maybe around 2 or 3 months. No, 2 months, thereabout. But that is not for every person. So please consult your doctor before you get back, but just take it slowly. And again, I want to emphasize on the fact that please, it's not about how you look, it's about how you are going to connect your body and all the key components about you being a whole person. And remember, you're not doing it just for you, but you have someone else you're brought for. So it is really important to consider that.
Okay, thanks for that. So you need to pace yourself and take yourself according to where you are, and really consult your doctor, because people heal at different levels and different times. Now, Rina, I want us to go back to that question before we start wrapping up as we go around. That issue of education policies, is it the right thing to do? Because there are so many thoughts around it. There are people who will tell you, once you get a child, you really need to have that education policy. And as you said, you'll be told that the earlier you take it, the cheaper your premiums will be. But then there's the age factor. There are many other factors to consider. Should you be taking an education policy? Then there are other people who say that use other ways to save for your child. So what should you be thinking before you decide whether it's a good idea for you and your family or not?
Well, that's a very interesting question that many people nowadays tend to actually wonder which one is the right way, which one is the wrong way. I would say an educational policy is not a good thing, it's not a bad thing. Any product in the financial market depends with your need. Does it meet your need? And I would first of all want to say that an education cover is a life insurance policy. In the insurance sector, there are different types of policies categorized as life policies. These are general policies. So life policies are meant to cover your life as the person who is taking the insurance cover. In this case, it means in case of your death, natural or accidental, or then the person who you put in the cover as a beneficiary will be compensated a certain amount, the sum assured you signed up for. And other things that a policy covers are things like critical illnesses. It depends with a type of, but not all critical illnesses actually. You need to actually also be keen on that. Which critical illnesses are covered in this cover. Then the disability. Then disability is also broken down into maybe, it's not any disability actually. It's have you broken your limb, your hand or both. It has its aspects as well. Then there's the bit of I forgot which one, but disability, critical illnesses, and then there's death, natural or accidental. So that is what a life cover is supposed to cover. So an education policy is a type of a life cover. There are so many other types of life covers like life insurance, a whole term, or these term life insurance policies. So when you are taking an education policy, you need to be aware that you are taking a policy for insurance coverage, not for saving for your child or an investment that most people either are sold to or you think you're saving. I mean, people take it as an investment. So it's not an investment, it is a coverage. So that any of those things that I've mentioned happens to you, then the beneficiary, who is the child, is compensated that sum assured that you have signed up for. And life insurance, like I said, they are term life, their whole life. Policy and education policy is supposed to be a term life. So it has a maturity date, 10 years, 9 years, 13, depending on whichever you pick. So when it matures, when you are still alive, you still get the full amount. So when you do the sum that you even contribute every month, at the end of the 10 years, for example, you realize that you'll be paying the same amount that you're not been investing. It's just that it gives you the discipline of you have to be paying for that money almost a lot every month, quarterly, or whichever means that you had signed up for. Now, why they say insurance policy is not good or is not bad is because now you have a child who is in grade 6 and we're contemplating whether to take an insurance cover or not. So you need to sit down and do the math on a cover over 10 years. So different companies have different structures on our policy of how they mature. There are those who start paying you bonuses 3 or 4 years prior to the maturity year, and there are those who have to wait until maturity, then you get your whole amount. So when you sit down with a consultant and you do the math of where your child is versus when you'll be starting to get the bonuses or the maturity, will that money be helpful to you? That is the question that you need to answer. Are you taking this? Are you saving this money, because you're actually just saving, are you saving this money so that when your child is going to high school, the insurance company is able to pay these fees, the burden is off you? Or you are thinking that, because if you don't do that comparison, then you might end up taking a 20-year policy because it's cheaper. I mean, a longer term is cheaper than a shorter term. So you just sign up things that you're paying 3,000 per month, and then by the time the child is going to high school, you still have another 10 years to pay for the policy, so that you find yourself in a place where you need to be paying for a policy, you need to be paying for a child's school fees, you probably lost her job. The policy has gotten 2 years where you cannot just go and get all your money. You have to go to cancel it, there's a fee to pay. So you need to sit down with a consultant or a specialist to analyze, is this policy going to serve me when I need it? That is why it's better to change it when the child is born, because there's possibility after 10 years she will not get, they will still be able to pay for the education of that child. So that you don't end up needing to pay a policy and needing to pay school fees at the same time. Yet your goal was that this farmer will pay for your child's education.
Wow, so you need to really sit down with that financial analyst and look at your situation and your unique needs.
Yes.
Now, Edith, we have talked about some of the warning signs to look out for. So now, as somebody who is caring for a woman who is in that postpartum period and is noticing some of those signs that you talked about, what are the things that they should do to help them?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so the support is in, let me say, three phases. There is the support you need to give yourself as the mother. There is the support you're supposed to get from the support system, either family, your spouse, or friends, and then the support from a professional. So it depends how far that condition is. So the support system, maybe the spouse or the relatives, once they're able to see the signs, first is to help the mother to acknowledge whatever they're feeling. So most of the time when we are there with our people, we want to force them to feel the way we want. When the mother says, this is what I'm feeling, most of the time, especially for us Christians, we say, be grateful. Yeah? You seem like you are not grateful by saying, I am not okay, I don't want to hold this child. So allow the mother to feel the way she's feeling, validate her feelings. Number two, as a support system, be less of advisor. Listen more. You'll be able to understand those signs, not just by her telling you how she's feeling, but by seeing the behavior, because we say behavior is communication. So don't be so quick, especially for some of us who've gone ahead of these mothers and you have many kids. You come with your experience and you want to tell this mother how to feel and what to do. So kindly, it is good to advise, but be less in advising and listen more. Then number three, as a support system, is be practical. So when you come, don't impose yourself on what you want to do in that house. Ask the mother, what can I do for you? Maybe I want you to take my baby so that I can have a nap. Maybe I want you to help me cook. So don't assume that whatever you're giving me is what I want. Be practical, give that support that you feel. When so-and-so came to my house, she helped me clean. Because all those things piled up are also causing a lot of pressure. And she wants to be seen as a perfect mother. She wants the house to be in order because visitors are coming. So be there and offer practical support. Encourage her, make her feel worth. Let her know that she's doing the much she is doing, acknowledge that. Because she'll always be saying, you know, I'm not doing like so-and-so, I need to be. So you encourage her and validate her worth. And then when you see that these symptoms are persisting, even with your support around, kindly recommend her to seek professional help. Don't recommend professional help as a way of helping her to fix herself, but a resource of support to her, so that she doesn't go for support for maybe therapy, her thinking that maybe I'm losing it. Let her know that it's just an additional support to what you're giving her. that is now from the support system, whichever friend, a family member, or a spouse. And if it's a spouse, it is also, apart from what I've said, have an open, affectionate communication. Make her know that, during that period, it can look like your brothers and sisters in that room because of what the mother is going through. So acknowledge that feeling and reassure her that you're still my partner. That yes, I feel you and I'm giving you time to also heal. So that she's not questioning, is my partner now going outside because I'm not able to be there for her? Okay? So those are some of the things that we can look out for and offer a form of support. But whenever you see any signs that I've mentioned, asking for help is not a sign of weakness. When they come for therapy, maybe I can say the support from the profession. When they come for therapy, we are not expecting perfect mothers. When they come now for therapy, we want to refer them. We are not expecting perfect mothers. We expect this mother, when they come, just to feel seen, accepted. That is the most important thing. And then in the therapy, through that session, we help the mother to validate the experiences. We help the mother by offering them a safe space, just to be able to even grieve. Grieving is not just about losing a child. I'm losing freedom. As a mother, a lot is going to change. I'm not going to be walking around wherever I want, and I have a 1 month old in the house. If I had a 1 month Claire, I don't think I would have been here. Okay? So freedom is curtailed. So I need to grieve so that I get to accept that a lot of things have changed. I need to also grieve that identity change, because even if I bounce back, I'll not go back to the same young Eddie. Yeah? I have to rebuild myself alongside the person I am becoming, not the person that I was before. So therapy helps you to also grieve. Therapy helps you to re-identify yourself. And therapy just gives you a platform also to process some of the childhood issues that could be resurfacing by using this child. Because if you don't work on yourself internally, your inner child, you're going to be showing up for the child in terms of how you parent. So we don't send people for therapy when they are in the psychotic phase. That's where many people think. But therapy is normal stress that we feel that is beyond, and we are not able to function. So that is what I can say in terms of support of the mother from the three aspects.
Thanks for that, Edith. And before we go around getting the please and comments, Steve, I'd like you to give us some practical tips for moms. How many minutes should they be exercising? What are some of the practical tips that we can do to start incorporating exercise in their regime?
Thank you very much, Claire. So, as I said earlier, fitness is not about how you do it, but it's about connecting yourself. So, first, it is really important to get your doctor's advice as to when you need to. So, I won't say that specific times that or guidelines to that, but you can start small. Start even the small walks that you do. Even just within the room, you can just go on small walks. You can do some sports if you're able to, but start small, and then build on it. Let your body be the one to dictate how you're going to get back, but don't be quick to, you try to force yourself to get back. You want, all these things to happen all at once. No, start little, build the intensity bit by bit. It is quite unfortunate that sometimes we cannot run away from the fact that you want to get back quickly. So fitness is not about that. And even in my classes, that is what I ask. I ask people's story. What is your story? I think I asked you what your story was. So before getting into maybe even signing up for a fitness class, because if your story is more geared towards how you look, then you're going to lose the plot. And even sometimes, us as instructors and fitness instructors, it's an indication to us that we are not going to have that person for long. You're just there for a period of time because that's what you want, and your mind mentally, you just want, I just want to get this result, and you need it quick, and then you're out. So it means at that time, they don't understand the process. You need to go slow, bit by bit. You need to build on it, because the first time you go, no, I want to do this, I want to force this thing to happen. But now you lose the plot. But if you understand that this is a process that I need to go through, I need to go through the transformation bit by bit. So it's more or less like progress over perfection. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to get back to a perfect body, but at least as long as you're making progress to, lose the baby parts, you're making progress, and you're seeing some little changes. Those are things that are worth celebrating. And then if you build on that, you're going to get back to where you are.
Okay,
Yeah.
progress over perfection. Now, as we close this panel, I'd like to get the last comments from each of you. And I'll start with you, Rina. As a bounce back day, when it comes to finances, what would you tell everybody to factor in as they go through their journey and ensure that they are financially well?
Well, first of all, I would like to say, motherhood doesn't break your money. It actually exposes your money. Budgeting is no longer negotiable. You have to, in the book you wrote how a friend had to ask whether she could continue doing her nails or provide for the child, for the diapers. Motherhood brings out a lot of financial capabilities. It actually exposes you even to your own traumas with money, how you handle money. Either you have a lot of money, but suddenly you feel like you don't have money because of the expenditure that are going on in the house at that particular moment. So there's so much that goes into planning in terms of what you need to do as a new mom, whether you do it or not. You need to actually think of the medical fees, and not only should you take a medical cover, because most of the time those covers are not enough. Most of the time you have to go back to your pocket to get up for a few things here and there. So also have that budget that there's money set aside that you can go to. Even if your partner is supporting you 100% as a woman, have some money in your pocket. At this point, you're not just thinking about the child, it's bounce back. You're also supposed to think about yourself. You need to go to a salon, do your nails, sometimes you just want a massage, and you don't have to ask for money for all these things from your man. He's providing probably there. If he does well and good, yes. But once in a while, sometimes you have your own money. You can just go do your nails and you feel nice that you've spent your money. Then I would like to say, in terms of financial products in the market, especially for education, most people are not aware of the many products in the financial market. Because most of these products are actually used by only wealthy people, which is not supposed to be the case. It's lack of information. For example, you can have a trust fund. There's that trust fund that is known, that is the family trust fund. That is different from protecting wealth and taxation and all that. But you have funds which are providing I would call liquid trust funds, where the money that you're saving in an education policy, you can actually open that trust fund and start saving 5K every month. They actually invest that money so it earns interest. They mostly invest in bonds and money market funds, but it is protected in a way that it's not easy to access like a money market. It has restrictions. You can save maybe once a year or once a month or whichever fits you. So it's not easily accessible like a money market, but it is also protected, and you have the freedom of accessing that money and like an insurance policy. So these are just things that you can look out for when you're planning for your child's future, when you're planning for your child's education. And also as a mother, you have to learn to set boundaries, even financially. Yeah, because the people who are big on black tax, you get a child, a best stories of where someone becomes a mother, and then their mother is still like their siblings and everyone and everyone else is still asking them for that support. So she barely has nothing to even share. She's still struggling here. So you need to also learn on how to put boundaries, or just say, no, I also need help. Like she said, you need to put those boundaries, learn to plan your finances, learn to buy. You don't have to do a very complicated type of a budget. You just need to know how much are you spending on your child's food tentatively every month. How much are you spending on diapers? If you don't know that, I mean, because how do you not know that? I don't understand. You need to know those small expenses that are going to your child's upkeep, so that you also know, do you have enough that you can do for yourself, or you barely have enough for yourself. So those are the things I would just say that for you to bounce back after you become a mother, those are the things you can look at: budgeting, setting boundaries, and looking at other products that can be helpful for you, especially in the market.
Thank you for that. And Edith, for that mama to bounce back, that bounce back day, what tip would you give them to ensure that their mental wellness is taken care of?
So, first, as Rina saying that, I would want to say that motherhood is a beautiful journey, but it can also be very brutal. Yeah, so it is important for us to know that. And yeah, so as I say, it is a beautiful journey, but it can be also very brutal, and we've seen very many mothers lose it through that journey. So as the month of May, the Mental Health Awareness Month, I would want to say that there is no help without mental health. The best gift you can give to your child is a healthy mother, because if you're mentally well, then you're the best in terms of how you're going to bring up that child. So for this mother, first I want to say that embrace this journey and know that every journey is unique. Don't look at other people and how they came out of it. The second thing I would want to say is, as you walk this journey, accept that it is not in any linear, like healing is not linear, it's not in any straight line. So there are those who go maybe 5 steps ahead, you find yourself backward. Appreciate that and know that it is a journey, it is a process. The third thing is, there is no, don't be shy of asking for help. Ask for help, talk about it. Even in therapy, we just talk. It's called talk therapy. There's nothing much you do, we just allow you to talk. So talk, create connections. Don't seclude yourself in the house, don't be alone. Ensure that you get in touch with other mothers who've gone through this, so that you're able to share your experiences. And you'll be shocked to hear that even the people you think that made it, they also struggled along the way. So for me, just to encourage us to take mental health seriously, because a lot of us neglect mental health. And as Rina said, and fitness coach has also said, that yes, you are the person that will determine how you become. So take mental health seriously and ensure that you do self-care. Most of the time when we talk about self-care, we look at one aspect. I would want to conclude by saying, self-care, as Lau said about the 4 legs, I want to say is, yes, do the physical care, do the emotional care, do the mental care. There's a difference between mental and emotional care. Do the social care, do the spiritual care, and ensure that all these 5 aspects are working. Don't focus on taking yourself out, buying yourself the best dish, changing your wardrobe. All that will revolve around the physical. Who is taking care of your emotional and who is taking care of your mental. So mine is just to encourage you to take mental health as a very important aspect in your health, because without that, you're not healthy, you're struggling.
Thank you for that. And last but not least, Steve, what is that one bit of advice that you give to women on how to make sure that they bounce back when it comes to their fitness?
Thank you very much. Yeah. So before I even respond to that question, I want to randomly ask the audience, as an adult, what is that one thing that adulthood has taught you? So at least 5 people, what is that one thing that you say adulthood has taught you?
All right, quickly. Yes.
Well, one is even children are teachers.
Let us appreciate her. Children are teachers.
That life is unpredictable. You can make all these plans, but sometimes things don't work out as these plans. It's unpredictable.
Life is unpredictable.
Good evening, everyone. It all starts with you.
It all starts with who?
You.
It all starts with who?
Just to add to that we are all carrying our own burdens, so treat everyone kindly and give each other grace, which is what I think this conversation is about, especially to moms.
We are all carrying burdens.
I'd also like to add that when you become older, you realize the things that matter to you, at least you considered matter to you, thought mattered to you when you're younger, later on in life you find that they don't matter. And it's the very simple things in life that actually count.
It is the very simple things. It looks like still everybody wants to say that.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Adulthood has taught me patience, and you can always start over anytime.
Very good. Yes. You could have easily said everybody would say something.
Good evening, or should I say bonsoir. My name is Reno. What life has taught me is that, especially in adulthood, that life is short, so we need to make it sweet.
Life is short, let us make it sweet. Yourself? Yes.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Friendship matters, but again, we should be careful who our friends are.
Friendship is important, but we should see what kind of friends we want. Thank you. Yes.
Also, life has taught me that take a day at a time and sometimes cross the bridge when you get there. Thank you.
Very, very good. That is it. Who else? Who else? You?
Everything was going to say. Adulthood is not the end of learning. Actually, we learn a lot in our adulthood, and we should always be open to learning.
The possibilities for learning are endless. All right.
Okay, thank you very much for all your responses. So that was just a quick survey that I was trying to do to figure out if guys really take their health seriously. So it was a random question, and I just needed to investigate how people take their health seriously. So I think for me, the biggest thing that I've learned as an adult or adulthood has taught me is your health is your wealth. So generally, whatever thing you've learned as an adult, you have the small things, you know, about friendship, which is about the social well-being, which is still your wellness. Is talking about your wellness. So generally, as an adult, I was just trying to investigate whether you take your wellness seriously, and to that matter, your health. So I don't know kama mmeipata ama bado mmeipata. A few people have mentioned it, that because I just need to get where we are and how, if you are randomly asked about where how you think about your health, whether it's something that, you know, in a tickle of your thought, you think about your health. So it's one thing that I want to tell everyone: please take your health seriously. Your mental health, your physical health, and every other thing. So, because they have an impact on your holistic being as a human being. So, just to answer your question again, Claire. So, as we said earlier, it is progress over perfection. So, no rush. Let's not rush into getting things back, and walk your own journey. You know, we are very different people. When we walk, you know, even running 10 kilometers, we won't go at the same speed, or we won't get the same result at the same time. So understand that even fitness, we have different results, of course. How your body is going to react to the challenges is totally different from how the other person is going to be. So don't expect the same result, but at least that it will give you some changes, and you will be able to notice the changes that when you put the work onto it, you are going to achieve. So give yourself a lot of grace. It is very important. We tend to give a lot of people grace, but we forget to give ourselves grace. So even as you want to bounce back, you want to get your body back, give yourself a lot of grace, because it is really important. And tuipeleke pole pole, one step at a time. Start walking slowly. You know, you can do some exercise with your body weight. You can use whatever you have. So it doesn't have to be expensive. Choose the cheapest, and then you build on it. And let it not be about how you look, but how that is going to transform your body. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Let's have a round of applause for our panelists. So great. Thank you so much, Nina, Edith, and Steve. That was a very empowering session. So we can have a photo session.
I've been told that the photographer wants to see your dental
question actually,
just to say that congratulations. Congratulations. Claire is actually my colleague.
very good.
In the field of media. Very good. I was actually introduced to her by my former editor at the Star, where I was a columnist for quite some time. But we remained friends, and I still write for the Star, but not as a regular weekly column. Today, I work with the Kenya Broadcasting Corporation as the producer and presenter of the premier literature or writers program in the country, and I've done it for more than 10 years. So that, apart from Claire being my colleague, the reason I came here was actually just to touch base so that I can invite her onto the program. I read this book, and I've read many books. I've interviewed many writers, including President Obasanjo when he came to launch his book in Nairobi. But I can tell you, when I read Claire's book, it was something. It is phenomenal. It is transformative. I remember I could not even just leave it on my desk because my colleagues almost disappeared with it. And I'll tell you Claire, because you know they are journalists, they prepare reports, so they have this ability to read through a text very fast and to summarize it. So those who actually read this book knew that this book is powerful, and I wanted to take it away from me. And I say no. What am I trying to say? I'm saying that it's a powerful book. Buy it for yourself and buy it for a friend.
Very good, let's clap for him.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mercy Kilui. I am a publishing consultant, and I'm so glad that I met Claire recently. I look forward to working with Claire to get this book out. My question is, because I've started reading your book, I haven't finished, I'm reading it, and I'm like, where was there such knowledge when because I'm a mother of two, and the first year when I got my son in 2018, I struggled. And whatever you've covered in this book is something that mothers, especially new mothers, needed. I thought I would get help in the hospital, like through the nurses, but they were not helpful. Actually, as you know, most of us mothers in the labor ward, you know those treatments that you get, it's not good. But my question for you, Claire, and even maybe for the rest, for those that do not have you know, the money, you know, they might not get to the baby showers so that they can get some information, like even including the financial, the health, whatever you cover basically. How do you plan to get to such mothers, you know, who are not really financially well off, but you want the information to get to them?
Very good. The second question.
So I also bought the book and read it cover to cover. I highly recommend, specifically if you're a new mother and you want to get into this journey. I can't explain how relatable it was. So my two questions I have for Claire is, Beyond this book, is there going to be some sort of community that you're going to start? And also, I think just like this sort of panel you have at the moment, is there going to be some kind of like maybe courses that you're going to establish that can support the whole vision?
Very good. That's a very good question. Yes.
Claire, I just wanted to ask this. I was looking at the title of the book and I was wondering, of the two, which one is it? Is it a noun, a descriptive bounce back babe, or is it an insultation? Bounce back babe, just encouraging this babe to bounce back. Of the two, I don't know which one it is.
Very good. Let us have. Okay.
Hi Claire. First of all, congratulations. My question would be for you. Throughout this whole journey in writing a book and interacting with different people, are there some aspects about yourself that you have come to learn and that you have also come to learn personally?
Very good. Let us have responses to those. Then we'll have a second round.
Thank you for that. I'll start with Mercy. It was really good to meet you. I actually just met Mercy last week at the book launch of my friend National Boa's book. He's done 4 books and he's giving us so much pressure to just keep writing. And his editor is also there, Godfrey. He edits books.
Where's Godfrey?
Godfrey, yeah. And now his book, he still edits. So it was good to meet you, Mercy, and just talking about the whole literary journey and getting the book beyond even Kenya. So about how do you reach those moms who may not be able to access some of these resources? That's where online communities come in, because right now, as much as we think that online communities are just for the well-to-do people, you'd be surprised how many people are on those WhatsApp groups. So I always encourage people who is within your circle who is a mom, ask them, how are you getting support? What groups are you in? Because sometimes you may not be able to go for a consultation with an OBGYN, but then there's a fellow mom who has gone through something that you've gone through. Of course, everyone's experience is unique, but sometimes just listening to that advice from another mom helps you, and you don't necessarily need to go to hospital unless it's a medical condition. So I always tell moms, just the way Edith said, don't isolate yourself. Ask another mom, how did you go through this? How did you deal with this? And then make sure you plug in, whether it's online or offline, to forums where you can interact with other moms. Yeah. Then the other question, Whitney. Whitney is my sister, a big supporter. Hi, let's She's a marketer par excellence. If you want anything to do with marketing, this is the lady you need to talk about. She's top notch. So, Whitney, when it comes to, am I intending to create communities from this? Yes, because after I wrote the book, people who have read it have reached out to me. A number of women have reached out and they said, how can we plug in? How can we create more community from this? So, it's in the works, I am going to create an online course where moms can come and just learn different aspects when it comes to financial wellness, when it comes to mental wellness, and when it comes to fitness. Because there are some basic concepts that everyone can apply. Of course, everyone's journey is different, but there are some basics that every mom really needs to know. So I'll be compiling that, and look out for it. A course is coming in the works, so that's that on that. And then when it comes to online communities, yes, I have formed WhatsApp group, WhatsApp channel, as well as WhatsApp group, where moms can just plug in. I share my experiences, other moms share their experiences, and there's just a community that's built around that. So that's that on that. Thank you. And then the other question was, yes, that's my uncle, by the way, and this is his daughter here. Thanks for coming out and showing support. Thank you so much for that. So actually, it was both. I felt that title speaks to both issues. So it's Bounce Back Babe, and it's also Bounce Back Babe. So it was 2 in 1. And thanks for noticing that. You see, he's a bounce back dude. Then, Sekani, yes, my cousin. Are there things that I learned about myself when I was writing the book? Yes, a number of things I learned, because as I wrote the book, I wrote my experiences, but then I had a lot of focus groups with moms, just to find out what are some of the issues that you want in a book. And the more I sat down with moms, there are things that I had even forgotten that I had gone through, and then we had those discussion groups. I was like, oh yes, this issue when it comes to mental wellness when it comes to sometimes you feel so overwhelmed, you just want to have your nap, you want to be alone, but isolation is bad. So the things that, sometimes you're like, I just want my own time, it made me realize, oh no, you need more of that community. So I learned a lot from other moms as I went through these focus discussions, and it has actually sparked other titles that I'm going to write in future. So national, I'm coming now, I'm joining. I'm being left behind. So yeah, was there another question that I missed? I think I covered all of them.
Very good.
Yeah.
Another round. Yes.
Yes, my name is Reno, once again. Mine is a comment on the general, what the discussions we've had. I have a cousin called Ben Haggai, and I heard the coach talk about, or rather the fitness instructor talk about cycling. And the way he's smiling, I think he knows Ben Haggai. Ben Haggai is a cyclist, and he's an endurance cyclist. As we speak, he's cycling 13 countries in Africa. Yes. He started his journey on 26th of this month, and he'll be on the road on his saddle, on the bicycle saddle for the next 4 months. So when the instructor talks about cycling, I think it is something that we should all do. It's a good way to keep fit and also to create connections. Thank you.
Then I'm wondering whether you are cycling yourself. Yes. All right, it's okay.
Thank you. Firstly, congratulations. Now, as big as an author like yourself, usually there are chapters you enjoy writing and chapters that really keep you in. So I really want to dig into your writing and to know which chapters gave you really and which chapter did you write. Thank you.
Congratulations, Claire. Very nice. I just have one question. I hope it's appropriate. Everything having said and done, this has been beautiful to listen to all your panelists and all the information I've gathered. However, in the course of our work, we mingle with people who are less fortunate in the community and don't even have access to smartphones. So they wouldn't get online to benefit from the WhatsApp groups. Do you have a future plan whereby you can hold seminars or workshops in the less fortunate territories to inform them about, maternal health, what you go through? Because we hear experiences of mothers who even kill their kids. They nobody understands what they're going through. I wonder if you have such in future.
Yes, Claire. Are you going to Mkuru kwa jengo? Ama utabakia tu kari za kidogo? Yes?
So good evening everyone.
Good evening.
Congratulations to Munde. And for me, I'm Daniel by the way. And we are friends with Claire for quite some time now. My question will be, the babe has bounced back. So is it an inspiration to your next trip or your next book? I would like to know if you have that in mind.
Are they called sequence or cannot mention that? That which follows the other. Okay. Where is the last question? Thank you, Claire.
Thanks for that. And I'll start with the question by Nasha. Yes, there are chapters that you really enjoy, and then there are others that you just need to do it and get over and done with it. So for me, I feel the chapters I really enjoyed were the preconception and pregnancy section, because my book is divided into preconception, pregnancy, and postpartum. So those were just like reviewing the positive experience. So that was easy to write, but then now the postpartum, the mental health aspect of it, the technical parts of it were not that easy. So I had to keep on referencing, and we have here Martha Munde. She is the director, the co-founder of CAMFER, which is Career Moms for Exclusive Breastfeeding. Let's just talk about. So the hand goes that I reached out to, because when it comes to breastfeeding, she knows it, she has been doing it for years and years. So those are not so easy to relieve that and really get the technical. And you have to be factual. You don't want to write things and then people are like, hey, she was writing her own thing. So sometimes that back and forth, the research can be quite demanding. So yeah, that was that on that. And then the question on do I have plans for people in the less fortunate areas? Definitely yes, because as you said, yes, internet is available for many people, but there are people who may not be able to access it. So yes, other than the online course, we do have plans to reach out to the less fortunate camps, even providing such things as diapers. So I'm planning to come together with other organizations, come together, give the diapers, give that information about breastfeeding, because as we said, it's not so natural. People think it's natural. When it comes to that psychosis that we're talking about, people feeling that it's. So just educating those moms, we will be having those free camps, because we are leaving no one behind. So yeah, that is that. And then what was the last question? Oh yes. My friend Dan, who I worked with for a while. So the babe has bounced back. So what next? Yes. After she's bounced back, there is still plans for other books, as I mentioned. There are actually 2 titles that I'm now going to be working on, because after she's bounced back, there are still areas that she can now recheat, she can relearn things. So look out for that. I'll be writing soon, and I'll also not leave the men behind. This one is also for men, but this one I'll focus even more on the men, so look out for that. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Let's appreciate those contributions. Very good. Now we want to appreciate our panelists, and we will start with Edith Sakwa, and I'll ask Claire to give the Piga makofi. Very good smile. Thank you very much. Very good. Then Steve. How much Steve do you charge, by the way? I want to write. Yeah?
Right, let me. There. Okay, so cycling, as your cousin is still doing, there are a lot of aspects to cycling, and even as Claire is trying to reach out to all the mothers out there, cycling can be used as a tool for advocacy, which we still do. So if you're planning to reach out to the mothers in Mukuru and everywhere else, we can talk so that we can use cycling as a tool to reach out to these people. The other thing that I also need to tell you is cycling brings about all ages, people are across social backgrounds. So if you're planning to reach out to the guys in Mukuru and the guys at Karen or in Munde, cycling is the place to reach out to all these people. So feel free. And then there's one comment that, one question that one of the audience had about how do you reach out to, all the mothers, or how do you now come out and speak. From my experience, as I said earlier, I'm a father to a 3-month-old baby, so it's a journey that I'm starting, and it's not like I'm financially able, kabisa. So, but I have used friends. Friends are the ones who, you can trust. Please let your guard down and talk about your experience. And with my experience, I think Edith can maybe emphasis on that is when you become vulnerable, then the other person will actually share whatever they need to share with you very well. So don't be afraid to become vulnerable, talk about everything. I usually, I always say my slogan is, mashida zangu si zangu peke yangu. I never keep quiet. I will experience something.
We can already see.
So if I'm going through anything, not even just me, even when my wife is going through something and she doesn't understand, and I know I have someone who, cycling has made me build a network with them, I will immediately just call them, hey, I need this help and this and this and this. And that's how actually I met Dr. Française, who actually helped me throughout my journey. So yeah, you asked about the cost. So about how much I charge. So it's more or less like a course. So in the course, I don't just teach people how to start riding to move from point A to point B. So you will learn how to, balance, start, stop, brake efficiently, how do you change your gears, then riding with the group, how do you ride with groups, and then how do you do riding on the road safety, and also trail riding. So it's a whole course, and then I always say, depending on how much, how you are. And for adults, I say it's your trauma level. So how much you gonna walk kiasi gani? If your trauma level is that high, then it means we are going to work on the mental part so that you get to accept cycling, then you can continue. So yeah. So with the cost, I charge 2,500 per session. But as a course, we can always negotiate and have a discount for it. Okay. That is for adults, and then for kids, I charge 1,000 shillings. And then right now I have a new baby, a new program, which I also train neurodiverse kids, autistic kids, Down syndrome, with mild cerebral palsy. I also train them, and I also try so much to talk with their parents so that now cycling can be a tool to help them bond with their kids, because it's one key component that maybe we can actually have a discussion to see how we can, the parents can bond with the kids who are not neurodiverse. So yeah, thank you very much.
All right, your number?
Oh, what is that? I need to see what's coming out so I can. Okay, so my number is 0713 042 487.
Thank you. Thank you. All right.
Repeat.
0713 042 487.
Very good. All right. All right. Very good. Rina, let us appreciate her as she stands. Yes. I am not going to say your name because you say that it's pronounced it.
Lawrence.
Lawrence. Karibu. All right. All right. All right. Doctor has gone. Who else? Chief has gone. Right. Then Richie. Oh. I am a bounce back dude. Very good. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we are. Thank you so much. Wait. Thank you so much for finding time to come and dissect the book and give your insights and perspectives. And I'm sure we have been enriched. The most important thing about coming here is to buy the book. And if you are endowed and you feel like you are philanthropic, you can buy for other people as well. Ama namna gani sio? Yeah. 101%. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget we have tea, and it was specially made for you, so don't go home without taking the tea. Kuna chai, especially for me, who has a relationship with people from Western. I love tea, so don't miss taking tea. Kuna chai, and as I've said, there is tea, and then there is the buying of the book. We want to take a picture, sisi wote, right? Kuja hapa mbele tupige sisi picha. Karibu tupige picha.
I love you, Lord, for your mercy never fails me. All my days I've been held in your hand. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. 'Cause all my life you have been faithful, and all my life you have been so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. I love your voice. You have led me through the fire and darkest night. You are close like no other. I've known you as a father, I've known you as a friend, and I have lived in the goodness of God. Hey! 'Cause all my life you have been faithful. Oh yes you have. And all my life you have been so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Your goodness is running after me. Your goodness is running after me. With my life laid down, I surrender now. I give you everything, oh Lord. Your goodness is running after me. Your goodness is running after, oh yeah, it's running after me. Oh yeah, your goodness is running after, it's running after me. With my life laid down, I surrender now. I give you everything. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. And all my life you have been faithful. And all my life you have been so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I'm gonna sing of the goodness of God. I'm gonna sing. All my life you have been faithful. All of my life you've been faithful. All my life you have been so good. So good with every breath that I am able. Every breath I'm able, I'm gonna sing of the goodness of God. Yes, I am. Of the goodness of God. Oh, I'm gonna sing of the goodness of God. I have a message. Congratulations. I have a message for you. God has sent me to you. I have a message for you. God has sent me to you. Listen, them say, them tell you, say you can never be the one. But God say, make I tell you, say now you him choose in 1 month, in 1 week, You will sing a new song in 2 days, lesser than you will hear. Congratulations, you're in the glory of God. Congratulations, He has done it for you, and you will come back with a new song to sing. God is good. Yes, you will come again with a new song of praise. God is good. Oh, congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. Say what the Lord has done for you. Congratulations. God is good. Them say that I can never be all that I see. I've seen that God is greater than that. Who can battle with the Lord? No, nobody. Who can change His mind around me? Through many years, in many ways, I have seen His faithfulness ever and ever. Yeah. Congratulations, I have seen the glory of God. Congratulations, He has done it for me, and I have come back with a new song to sing. My God is good. Yes, I will come again with a new song of praise. My God is good. Oh, congratulations.
Jubilation, congratulations, no more tribulation. I bring you good news where you cannot refuse. Oh Lord, I told you with Christ say you can never lose. Oh God, oh man, I beg you give me your attention. Very, very soon you will share your testimony. One by one you will tell your testimony. Bigger than money, we say sweeter than honey.
Congratulations, you're in the glory of God. Congratulations, He has done it for you, and you'll come back with a new song to sing. Your God is good. Oh,
one day
you will come again with a new song of praise. God is good. Oh, congratulations.
My God is good.
Congratulations.
Tell it to one, you a go tell it to all. Sit down on the rhythm like a king on a throne. All I put you boy alongside the day. Two and we together in a celebration.